Let me just start off by saying, if you're not a Mortal Kombat fan, this is not your movie. It just isn't. But if you're a Mortal Kombat fan like I am, this is the guiltiest pleasure movie ever. Mortal Kombat is about three unknowing martial artists who are summoned to a mysterious island to compete in a tournament whose outcome will decide the fate of the world. Before getting started with the review, I guess I gotta talk about like my fandom and my history of Mortal Kombat. Well, I obviously have never played like the first set of games, like the first one, second one, or any of that stuff, which this movie is morally based off of. Never played in my life. But it was one of those game series I was not allowed to play. So when my sister played it, I watched her, which makes basically no sense. Either way, I got to watch her play. And so I watched her play like Armageddon and like a few other ones, a lot of like the older ones. And then when Mortal Kombat, which I think is called Mortal Kombat 9, I'm not good with that lore of the numbers and everything. But when Mortal Kombat, the newest one, came out, I played that like every day. Like it was my game. That one I played all the time. Then Mortal Kombat X came out, and then I played a little bit of Mortal Kombat 11, but I am a good fan of Mortal Kombat, and I am very excited for the new movie. Now, starting off with positives, I mean, again, this movie is not great, but as a fan of Mortal Kombat, when you watch this movie, you can tell there is some type of people behind the camera saying, we need to make this costume this. We need this character to do this. We need these moves and these people to fight. These are things that make fans happy. Making the fans happy is what this movie is meant for, because for a lot of video game movies, this is considered one of the best, and honestly the biggest reason why is the movie follows the gist of the game. Like, really the story is these characters come to this island and Mortal Kombat happens. And once that storyline is basically wrapped up, the last like 40 minutes of this movie is just fighting. It's just fight, 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 fight. And it's awesome. Now, our three leads, all the actors are very good in this role. Johnny Cage, the man who plays Johnny Cage, is great. He's perfect in this role, and he does everything Johnny Cage would do if Johnny Cage as the game character came to a movie. This is this movie, and he's perfect. Liu Kang, I mean, it's perfect. I mean, it is perfect. I love the actor who plays Liu Kang. I can never remember his name, but he's great. And the girl who plays Sonya Blade is awesome. I know her from Billy Madison, but she's great. I love her. And all these three have their badass moments, and they all have little moments from the games of the original game. So it's really cool to see. Now, again, this movie is based on like the first two games, I'm pretty sure. So I've never played those games. And when I watch this movie, it seems very much like those games, because my biggest issue with this movie is SubZero and Scorpion. These two characters are like the meat and bone of Mortal Kombat nowadays. Like, these are the guys that are on your poster. I mean, crying out, the new movie, I mean, they're everywhere on the advertisement. They are everywhere, and I am so excited to see their new actors playing them. I'm ready to see that movie. But when you watch this movie, they are side characters. They are the villains' characters, little sidekicks that they fight in Mortal Kombat. And it's like, oh, it's a cool fight between Scorpion and Johnny Cage and all. Like, that's cool and all, but like, spoiler alert, Scorpion like dies. He's like gone, and that's it. And it's like, oh, that sucks. I mean, it's Mortal Kombat, but like, Scorpion's like a badass. And then you got SubZero, who gets, I mean, SubZero is arguably cooler than Scorpion to some people, and this man is literally treated like a little, like, icicle, literally turns into an icicle and dies. Like, that is it. Like, that's SubZero. It's like, that sucks. Now, two actors that played certain characters in this movie have changed the game series forever. Shang Tsung, like, his actor is like perfect apparently, and he made like this character change, like his voice and like certain line delivery, what he said in this movie changed into the game. And Kano, I mean, I'm pretty certain that the guy who played Kano, I don't know if he really is Australian, but either way, that Australian Kano that we got in this movie, yeah, that turned into Kano in like future games, and I like it, and that's how I see Kano, and this movie does that. So thank you, movie, for that. Overall, though, this movie is very fun, especially for Mortal Kombat fans. I mean, the soundtrack alone is more famous than probably the movie itself. The soundtrack is great. It fits the exact vibe of this movie. The vibe is all in that soundtrack. Mortal Kombat! have so much fun with this movie. Especially as a kid, I was like, this movie is awesome. And so growing up, I know it's not a great movie, but I don't care. I still very much enjoy this movie. It's for sure my favorite Paul W. Anderson movie. I mean, for crying out, the man who gave us like 6 awful Resident Evil movies, yeah, he gave us this movie and actually like gave video game guys pleasure in enjoying a video game movie. Thanks, Paul W. Anderson. What happened to the other movies? But besides that, Mortal Kombat is fucking awesome. I'm gonna give Mortal Kombat a C+. So I guess that means I need to review Mortal Kombat Annihilation, and if you've seen that movie, oh my Lanta. We'll get to that in a few days, but guys, I am so excited for Mortal Kombat next Friday. I actually could have a chance to see it early, but I'm not going to. I'm going to wait till next Friday night to see Mortal Kombat in theaters. I am so excited for this movie. I've been wanting to see it. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad. I don't care. I just want to see it, especially on the big screen. So guys, enjoy this movie review, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.